Villains just seem like they have so much fun. What's up, gorgeous? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Morgan, and today you're in for a real treat because I am sharing with you all of the swatches from the new Colourpop Disney Villains collection. I can't even honestly put into words how much excitement I had around this launch. I am such a huge Disney freak. I absolutely love Disney, and you know what? I actually skipped out on the princess collection, but I am gonna, I think, end up buying the palette just because now I have the villains palette and I'd like to have the princesses also. But the villains are something that are so fun. They're so over the top, just like these lashes that I have on today. I feel like I'm gonna fly away, but it felt necessary. I'm like, WWMD, what would Maleficent do, okay? So I stocked my Ulta, got their opening and stocked up on every single thing that they had in the store. I will say they didn't have everything from the collection in the store. They were missing the Jelly Match eyeshadows, which I'm actually very intrigued about, and the glitters. Everything else though they did have in stock. Each villain's kit comes with a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a highlighter. I also picked up the Misunderstood palette. I did use this palette today to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea of what you can do with it. I'm so far really happy with the palette. I'm gonna go ahead and go through all of the swatches for you, and I will break down all of the prices. Start off, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the palette because I think this is probably the most universal. If you're only gonna grab one thing from the collection, it's probably gonna be this. I will say that I was really kind of disappointed in the package. I just pictured seeing all of the villains' faces on here really prominently, and there are pictures of them all throughout here. Can't really tell except for Maleficent, like who is who or what the pictures are. I was so looking forward to putting this on display. So that's kind of a bummer for me, but nevertheless, it was $22 for this palette, and there are 15 different shades. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start by swatching that for you. So first in the palette is No Spots, which is an opaque white, no glitter. That is an opaque white, and I would say the color payoff is pretty good. Next up is Mongrels, which is very pretty, and I do also have on today. Ooh, yeah. The shimmer on that is nice. Like really, really nice, very pretty. Diablo. Ooh, that is also a nice one. It's a nice like gold. In the pan, it definitely looks like it's just gonna be kind of gold, but there is like a green iridescent shimmer in there. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's a really good shade for, I feel like, everyone, an everyday look. You can do really, really nice things with that. It's kind of like a burnt orange, but there's a little bit more red in it. Tragic. Oh, I like that shade a lot. If you were gonna go for like the perfect nude lipstick shade, this would be it. Underworld. I don't even know if you can tell. Ooh! It is like this super insane, gorgeous copper metallic I used today, and it looks like really, really pretty gold. One of the main shadows that I have on my eyes today, and I really love it. It's that perfect purple, has a lot of, I mean, the color payoff on these is insane. A $22 palette with this kind of color payoff, I'm obsessed. That's why we love Colourpop, right? They're so affordable. Woo! Well, on my hand, I don't think. Flotsam. Very pretty. It's not showing up that much in this swatch. Let's see if I can. Almost has like a pink champagne undertone to it. A lot of shimmer. Really great color for inner corner. A really great color for under your brow bone. And it is this, oh my gosh. You guys, that looks so pretty. It's a matte. That is a really nice shade, and you know what? I feel like it's actually pretty unique, although I know I will be getting the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette that comes out on the 29th, so I'll obviously have a bunch of blue shades. Moving on, Revenge. It is a black, there is some shimmer in it, has a silver metallic shimmer in there, so it kind of comes off a little bit gray, But on my hand, if you packed this, you could definitely get True Pigment with that shimmer. I actually really like the shimmer because it's not a glitter that's chunky. It's very fine. You know when you wear like a chunky glitter and it starts to irritate your eyes? This does not seem like it would do that at all. This color is Sing. And the reason why I just got so excited is because it's like a monochrome. Almost just looks like it turns that green, purple, maroon. It goes to all of those colors, which, oh my goodness, I am so excited to be able to use this. Oh yeah. Do you see what I mean? So in there, it definitely looked like it was gonna be very maroon. And then do you see it changing colors as I move? It has some of the green, it has some of the maroon, it has some purple. It is a stunning shade. This looks like it's gonna give me that same like monochrome effect. Oh my gosh, yes, it is. Okay, it's looking purple when I put it on my, okay, so when I'm looking at it, it looks purple. And when I'm looking at it on the viewfinder, it looks like the blue, but it has some of that gray, it has some of the green. It's like a peacock. Obsessed. It's like a forest green. It's called Facile, I should know. Yep, obsessed with this. Love it so much. It's like a green, smoky. It has shimmery gold in there. Would be, and it is called 101. It's perfect matte black. I feel like it's actually not like overly pigmented. It feels a little bit chalky. That's the only one that I feel like feels a little bit chalky. Like how much I spread these ones out and how close these ones are. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly show you the boxes so that I can take everything out and not spend a ton of time on that, but
it's easy to speak out about the way I live, but it's a 24-karat dream.
It's just called Maleficent. Oh, I love that it says villains. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, so definitely your like perfect berry pink undertone. It's a very cool toned color. I think that it's actually pretty wearable. It would look actually pretty good, I think, with this look. A little extra, a little over the top, but you know, villains, hello. Evil Queen, which is like, this is like the perfect blood red. Or I guess apple, red apple. It is also a cool toned. It is a little bit more pink undertone than I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be just a little bit more true red. I think it would still be really pretty on. You're definitely gonna need a lip liner with both of these colors. Cruella is bright, girl. Okay. Ooh, I actually didn't think I was gonna like Cruella. I mean, I don't like you, Cruella. I am digging this lipstick. Cruella. It has definitely a more of like a warmer orange undertone to it, but it comes up almost more true red on me. Hades. I did put a little bit of this on earlier. That is such a nice nude. I really, really like that nude. It's not so pale that you look washed out or dead, but it's not so brown either, or pink. It's actually like a perfect nude. It looks like a little bit darker, like a mauve-y nude. So again, it's just a little bit darker, has more of that brown undertone to it. It's like a really, I think Hades and Dr. Facilier are really nice everyday colors. Oh yeah! Ursula, that like, it's actually more purple than it looks on the viewfinder. When I'm looking on there, it looks a little bit more of like a deep red. It definitely has more of a purple plum undertone to it with a lot of that red to it. It's like that really deep aubergine, I think is the color. That is all of the lips. No scent on the lipsticks. That is really good to know. I'm just gonna move on to the lip glosses and pretend that my arm is not stained, and I'll start up here. Okay, so first thing, let's talk about the applicator. It's a brush applicator, which I'm not a fan of that. And it's yeah, that smell, something about that smell is so cheap, and I don't understand why there had to be a smell. It's a really pretty color though. It's like a copper nude. It has a ton of the iridescence to it, but the smell, I can't get over the smell. My pet, ooh, it's almost silver, but it has purple iridescent shimmer and blue iridescent shimmer and some pink iridescent shimmer. Really pretty. Bad Apple. I love all the micro glitter in them. There's nothing I can't stand more than a chunky glitter lip product. You don't want to taste your glitter. You don't want to be eating your glitter. It's more sheer. It's definitely not super opaque. It has more of that red tint to it. It looks more pink to me in that in the tube. It looks more pink to me. Is Puppies. It looks like it has a little bit of like a champagne color to it. I think this is the one that I put on earlier. Very pretty. It's hard to see because of the previous ones. Yeah, it has a little bit of that champagne gold. God, the smell of this is already, I just have to get through these. Shadow Man. This is 100% the most pigmented. Most pigmented for sure. Definitely changes colors. I don't know if you can tell there. Yeah, you see that like gold into green into, I really like it. God, why did they put that scent in there? Colourpop. And this is sad but true. It looks like it's just a clear. It has a little bit of like the opal sheen to it. The glosses are my least favorite thing in the entire collection. I mean, from everything that I have. Last thing is all of the highlights. So I'm kind of curious because I don't know how different the highlights are going to be. When I looked at them, they looked like they were going to be very similar, but we'll see. So they're the Super Shock highlights, and this is in Hades. We'll do Hades first. It does come with a little mirror. They feel very nice. I have used Colourpop's highlight before and was not a fan. I didn't feel like they had enough pigment, so I'm curious to see how I feel about this. It's definitely like that cream to powder. Oh no. Okay, no, there's no scent. My arm must still smell. Okay, so Hades, we will see. And I can tell already that's the Super Shock I'm not a super big fan of, but that is it on my finger. That is the swatch. I feel like I really have to pack it on to get pigment, and I just feel like there are so many amazing highlighters on the market. I don't want to have to work so hard. My Evil Queen is messed up, but that's okay. Looks very gold. I don't know that I would ever typically reach for a highlighter just like this unless I had a spray tan going. Your girl is looking a little pale, but I'll have a how I self-tan video coming up soon because we are headed to Hawaii. Cruella. Very frosty. I want to like them, but I don't. Very frosty. Actually, I like how that's picking up on camera. It has some gold in there and it's not as like frosty as I was expecting it to be. And the shimmer in it is actually very pretty. Next we have Maleficent. It's slightly darker than Cruella's, a little bit more gold. That picks up really nice on camera. I like that color a lot. Ursula. It is purple! Okay, let's see how this looks. I'm like extremely, oh wow, it really is purple. It's like iridescent, I think is how it's gonna end up looking, but very iridescent. All right, and then that is the last one, Dr. Facilier. Would I wear it? Probably not. To give my little 2 cents here, I am obsessed with the palette. I'm actually pretty surprised by the lipsticks. I really enjoyed every single shade. I don't know if I would get a ton of use out of the Maleficent shade or the Evil Queen shade, but the Cruella shade really surprised me. I really loved that. The Hades, the Dr. Facilier, and the Ursula I liked. I think I've seen it done better, but the lipsticks are second place to me so far. The highlighters and the lip glosses, to me, I would pass on them just because I didn't think that the lip glosses gave you as much pigment as you really need, although I did really like it when I put it on top just kind of like in the center of my lip earlier. But again, that scent, if you are sensitive to scents, skip these. I promise you, they're just gonna give you a headache. While I do like the colors that I'm seeing, I just feel like I'm let down by the payoff of them. They're not terrible. They're third place for me. If you are someone who absolutely loves highlighters and you're a fan of the Villains, I think that they're super cool packaging. So that might be a reason that you pick one up. But the packaging, as far as everything else, I was a little bit disappointed in, I'll be completely honest. I wish they would have put the Villains on the front. I think that so many people would be showing this palette in the background of their videos and just displaying them. They missed the mark on that for me a little bit, but I would definitely pick up the palette if you have the chance. I just checked right now, and it is 5 o'clock on release day. They are still available online, so I don't think that they're gonna sell out today. Who knows though? Still buy the Princess palette on their websites, but I think that the Villains had a lot more hype around it. With that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure that you're subscribed because I have a ton of videos coming out, some about hair, some for makeup. I'm definitely picking up that Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette, and I will have a review and swatches up for you the same day. So make sure you have your notification bell on, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I always post when I post a new video, so if YouTube is doing anything weird and you haven't seen my notification, you'll know that way. Plus, it's a great way for us to connect. You can comment, I'll comment back, we'll be BFFs, it'll be great. Okay guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.
Sorry I don't compromise. Mad woman, mad woman. Keep calling me a mad woman. Boy, you turn on your